So the Eagles were back at practice after a day off yesterday, getting ready for the Baltimore Ravens this Saturday night. And it didn't take long for Myles Jack or Zach Cunningham to get thrown into the fire. And boom! Myles Jack is already taking first team reps. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So the Eagles were back at practice after a day off yesterday, and they're getting ready for, get this, getting ready for their first preseason game of the season this Saturday versus the Baltimore Ravens, which, oh, by the way, will be streaming. But I am so pumped up. I am so excited about the preseason. And you know how preseason goes. We're going to be all pumped up for preseason. I'm going to not be able to sleep the night before. It's going to be exciting. We're going to get all jacked up, pause. We're going to be ready for preseason. And then it's going to start. The starters are going to come out for like one series, then get benched, and then all of a sudden we're going to be like, man, when is preseason going to end? This is taking too long. That's how it always goes in preseason, but I'm just happy it's here. And yes, I may sound all like I've been doing cocaine or something, but I haven't. I'm just excited and passionate about my Philadelphia Eagles. And that's what us Philadelphia fans are. We're passionate. You know, I get some of the craziest comments. You should see some of this stuff. I had somebody saying, what kind of Eagle fans passionate like this about preseason? I'm sitting here trying to feed my daughter cheesesteaks. What the hell are you talking about? This can't be real. It can't be real. But that's a whole other thing. Now, before we get into everything, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, the most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. If you've been subscribed for a while, I want to thank you for your support. I'm just very, very excited today about the preseason game that's coming. What can I say? I can't help it. Now, as always, before we start these training camp videos, we start with the injury report. Here was today's injury report. Will not practice. Deon Cain, ankle. Nakobe Dean, ankle. Although he was doing some drills, it looks like Nakobe Dean may be getting ready to come back pretty soon. Patrick Johnson, ankle. And I gotta tell you, I wanted to talk about this. I forgot to talk about this. But man, they made it sound like Patrick Johnson was done. And it looks like it's not nearly as bad. Limited, Devin Allen, and James Bradbury groin. And they did activate Allen off of it was like the physically unable to perform list or something, but it was like not football related. So he's back at practice. And really, besides that, the Eagles are pretty healthy. I imagine Bradbury and none of these guys are going to play this weekend, though. But Nakobe Dean, we got to get him back as soon as possible. Now, the story of the day really had to be the new linebackers that the Eagles acquired. How much would they actually practice? Where would they be used? What was going to happen on their first day? Well, let me tell you, the Eagles threw him right in the fire. Myles Jack was getting first-team reps, baby. He was getting first-team reps, and I predict by the end of the year, it'll be Nakobe Dean and Myles Jack as your starting linebackers. And he was taking first-team reps. He also took some second-team reps and some third-team reps. But the fact that they're putting him in the first-team reps already tells me they are really looking for a linebacker. There is something going on at the linebacker situation with the Philadelphia Eagles. They are not happy, in my opinion, with the way they came into camp. And I think it's more about Morrow than Nakobe Dean. But we're going to find out, and probably find out, hopefully this week, because I'm hoping Nakobe Dean will play. If he doesn't play this preseason, that's going to really bum me out, because I think the guy needs to go out and get reps. And I would really like to see him out there playing on the field. But Myles Jack, he's out there. He's getting first-team reps. That is a big deal. Zach Cunningham, he got some second-team reps. And I think for the Philadelphia Eagles, I think this is very important. Because if these two guys pan out the way that I think they're going to pan out, the Eagles are going to be just fine at the linebacker spot. Remember, it's like I said yesterday, people have to remember how the Eagles value the linebackers. They don't put as much stock in the linebackers as they do, let's say, their defensive line. So to me, the bread and butter of this defense is the defensive line. And all you really need from your linebackers, and of course you would like more, but what you need at minimum is you need guys that will come in and be competent. And those two guys can definitely be that, and then some. I think this is a perfect opportunity for Myles Jack and Cunningham to go out there and prove that they still can start in this league and deserve a bigger contract. Great opportunity for those two guys. So it's good to see them thrown in the fire right away. Now, as far as some other things on defense, Jalen Carter was getting some first-team reps today. I was very happy to hear that. Of course, I think Jalen Carter will start the season. I believe it's going to be him and Jordan Davis. I really do. I think they'll start fairly quick. God, I just can't wait for preseason to get here. It's just got to get here as soon as possible, man. It just seems like, in some ways, this offseason seems like it was forever. In other ways, this offseason seems like it was really quick. I'm just like I've lived two time periods, like in two different universes or realities. One, it's really quick. One, it's been really slow. I don't know which one was true, which one wasn't. Maybe both of them, But I'm ready to get this thing going. That's all I'm trying. I'm just very excited about football this week. I can't help it. It's a great thing. We don't have to not have a weekend of football until February? The end of February, right after Super Bowl? I mean, we are set for the rest of the year. And we got Kelly Green coming, baby. You gotta love that. All right, so let me get back into this. So the two linebackers, They got some reps. They were thrown right in the fire. I think that was very important. As far as the offense goes, and I'm going to switch it back and forth a little bit here because you'll know why in a second. But as far as the offense goes, Jalen Hurts came out firing. He came out dealing. He came out blazing. Comes out, throws over the middle. Beautiful pass to Quez Watkins for 25 yards. Then he hits Oz down the field. This was really the first time they went down the field with Oz. I guess Slay, he got behind Slay, and then he comes back, he hits Devontae Smith, and, it looked good for the most part with Jalen Hurts. He did struggle, though. There were some times where he did throw a couple interceptions today. He went a long time without throwing interceptions. He had a couple today. Now, listen. I'm not one of those people who are going to tell you, oh my God, 2 interceptions in practice. I am not one of those guys that make a big deal about interceptions in practice. Oh my gosh, he had 2 interceptions in practice. Oh my gosh, he went 35 passes without an interception. You don't know why a guy throws interceptions in practice. You don't know if he's trying to do something, he's trying to figure out something, if he wants to see if he can make a certain throw. There's so many reasons why it can happen in practice. The reason why I have such a fun time with it with the Cowboys and when Dak throws an interception is because they lose their minds. They get all triggered because they're really self-conscious about Dak Prescott and his interceptions. They know deep down inside that he throws a lot of interceptions last year, and it could very well happen again. That's why it's so hilarious when he does it. But really, in truthfulness, and it don't matter who it is, who cares how many interceptions they throw in practice? Just don't throw them in the game. But Jalen Hurts, he had 2 interceptions, right, today. At one point, Hurts got sacked by Janoris Robinson. He rolls out, throws the ball in the end zone, and it was picked off by Justin Evans. So it was a nice play by him. And then late in practice, Reed Blankenship, and we should really give him more credit than pick on Jalen Hurts for the interception. He made a diving catch to pick it off on Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts winds up with 2 interceptions. It happens. But what was interesting from the offensive perspective, in my opinion, was the fact that Oz was making plays. Oz was getting some first-team reps, and he was making some plays downfield. All while Quez Watkins seems to be having a pretty good training camp as well. This could become a really big, really good battle in preseason. We're talking about 2 guys who are practicing and looking good in training camp, both fighting for that 3rd wide receiver position. This is not a bad thing for the Eagles. This is actually a good thing. We want both these guys to be really good and really successful. So I'm very happy with this. I actually like the situation that these guys are both going out there and they're both performing. It's very, very cool. And listen, it's very important. We need those guys. We need those guys to go out there and be good. Otherwise, you're going to have to go out and you're going to have to get yourself another wide receiver. As soon as you want to say, Quez Watkins, or as some people call him, Quez Dropkins, doesn't have it, he isn't the guy, you've got to go get another receiver. You have to go get another receiver. There's no choice. So, to me, if both those guys work out, that's the best case scenario. Let them battle. Hopefully it's a good battle, and I'm ready to go. One interesting thing they did today at practice also was there was reps where they had Dallas Goedert and DeAndre Swift both lined up out wide, and then they had Hurts actually targeted Devontae Smith for a catch over the middle, but they were lining up Dallas Goedert and DeAndre Swift, lining them out wide at the same time. It's very interesting. What the Eagles are planning on doing with DeAndre Swift is going to be fascinating. This is an element and a wrinkle to our offense that we have not seen before. This is what I've been telling people. This is going to take your offense to another level. They are going to use Swift in the passing game. I really think I think he could be, a 1,000-yard back running and like 500-600 yards receiving. He may definitely, I think he's going to be at the very least, he's going to give you at least 1,000 yards, 1,500 yards total offense, meaning runs and catches. I think he, at the very least, is going to be able to do that. So it'll be interesting. And also, I want to say one thing. With Devin Allen coming back, hopefully he plays this week, and hopefully they use him in the punt return game. I really hope so. Now, Eagles practice tomorrow and Thursday, so we will be covering those as well. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe. And with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. So one thing that just happened, that just came up as we were finishing this video that I want to talk about, is the Eagles signed a wide receiver today. Now, this could be a very interesting signing. I don't know much about this kid, but the profile seems like it's something that could be an interesting fit for the Eagles. Johny King, he played college at Southeastern Missouri with the Redhawks. He was an undrafted free agent with the Indianapolis Colts. He was let go Wednesday, and now the Eagles are picking him up. Now, here's the thing that's interesting with him that we got to keep our eye on, okay? Johny King is 6'4", 208 pounds, and he ran a 4.45 40. That's pretty big and pretty fast for his size. This guy could be a gem. He could be somebody that the Eagles may see something to, and I like the fact that he brings some size to the Eagles. We got to keep an eye on him. Denzel Washington out.